Welcome to the finest woman in real estate TV show. I'm your host, Rick Amato. Well, obviously, I'm not a woman, but I'm joined by three of the finest professionals in the industry. Let's meet these women today and get their story. I think you'll enjoy getting to know them and their backgrounds. I'm joined in studio by Jacquie Willhoite, who is with eXp Realty. Good to see you. We'll get to hear your story here, Jacquie.
Okay.
Also with Rebecca. I want to make, you have a Polish background, I have an Italian background, and this name throws me off, but I'm going to say Ciastko.
Ciastko, you got it. That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Jacquie Ciastko.
No.
I'm sorry, Rebecca Ciastko. Rebecca Ciastko, I should say, with Cantridge Brokerage.
Yes.
And you're also a principal at your own with your own architectural firm.
Yes, that's true.
Very interesting. So you've got an interesting story. Jacquie has an interesting story. We're going to get into that. And also with us, someone I've known for a while here, Mary Soriano. She carries the title, which she tells me, which is boring commercial real estate agent. But you are known around Southern California as the connector.
Yeah, the connector.
Let's start with you.
Common denominator, something like that.
So talk about that. Why are you, clearly you're called the connector because you connect people. You've done that here. The reason this show is here on this network is because you connected the owners of Finest Women in Real Estate with yours truly.
That's correct.
What makes you a connector? What is it about your personality, your drive?
Well, it's a skill, definitely. It's not easy to just connect people, but connecting the right people. And for myself, I think that drive came from being a single mom and understanding that community and connecting people together is what's going to help create each one of us become successful, because that's what we need.
So you're saying as a single mom, you saw the need to go out and connect to
the community and get people together, because that's what helped myself and my son to really build ourselves within our community. So understanding that from that background, it really was beneficial for me, and I saw the benefits for others and wanted to pass that on.
You know, I've never heard anyone ever say that before, Mary, but as a father of a young son, 9 years old, I can see it.
Yeah.
It makes sense. What do you think about you, besides that innate feeling, if you will, I can see you enjoy it. I get that feeling you enjoy it.
I love it. There's so much more to it. There's the psychology behind it. There's strategy behind it. I mean, I could be for months just going over on how I'm even going to approach this. You know, connecting a private investor, looking at their portfolio, having someone call me and say, you know, we've got this development project. Is any of your contacts, your connections interested? And we're talking about $100 million deals and billion-dollar type of development. So it's a definitely different level that we play there, but also my heart stays true to the small business owner as well. You know, when I see potential and I see growth, and you know, people sometimes call and consult in regards to, you know, what can I do to connect, right? I genuinely want to help, you know, and I think when each and every one of us do help each other, community sense, that's what we become successful, not alone, but together.
How did you meet the principal of Finest Women in Real Estate? Her name is Marie Waite. We haven't seen her on camera, but her name is Marie.
Yes.
You and I are friends with her. I'm friends with her as a result of you.
Yes.
How did you meet her?
So she attended a fundraiser that I hold in La Jolla.
La Jolla, California.
La Jolla, California, correct.
Not La Jolla, for those on the East Coast.
That's correct. You know, you can get that. People have said it in that way. But she did. She attended my event. And
usually the 212 area code says that.
That's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
A little slang. No, but she attended one of my fundraiser events called the La Jolla Hat Show. We do an event and assist homeless children, 60 of them, bus them to the ocean.
Wow.
And give them a day to be a child, and not just a child with a troubled life and not having a home, but one day to be just a child, just like each and every one of us still have within us. And she also at the same time was having her fashion event in Temecula, and we just got to talking and wanted to help each other. And so she started explaining her goals in regards to wanting to put together this Finest Woman Real Estate show. So I reviewed some of her tapings, her and Steve's tapings, at a little Thai restaurant. And then from there, it was just a matter of consulting and saying, look, it's either you go educational with this or reality TV show, because there's a fine line and it's just a matter of which way you want to go. And I'm so happy to see her here and really helping everybody get educated.
All right, and before I move on, what advice might you have for any commercial real estate agents out there who want to become better connectors?
Well, fortunately, I've only actually been in real estate for almost 2 years, and I would say my circumstances are a little bit more unique. I think if you already have the connections, and I mean real connections, there's not real connections, there's real solid connections. So you have to be true to yourself about that. But if you're just starting off, maybe you don't have those connections, I highly suggest you do go to some of those big brokerage firms, because I interviewed for 4 months some of the top brokerage firms, and it just wasn't in my best interest because of the different divisions of commission splits, and it just was diluted. And then so anyways, I would say to anyone who's just starting in real estate is go into a big brokerage firm. They're going to give you the right training. They're going to connect you with people. You're going to start you with a team.
All right. And with that, we're going to leave it right there. When we come back, it's a great story, Mary. Sure. When we come back, we're going to hear the great stories of Rebecca Ciastko and Jacquie Willhoite. You each have great stories as well. This is Finest Woman in Real Estate. I'm your host, Rick Amato. No, I'm not a woman, but I think I'm fine. But I'm joined by 3 of the finest women in real estate. We're back after this.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
All right, welcome back to Finest Women in Real Estate. I'm your host, Rick Amato, joined by my previous guests, Jacquie, Rebecca, and Mary. But we're also joined by John Ruff, business owner of Ruff and Ready Moving. I love the name.
Yeah.
I love the name. And they should have a cartoon after that, I think.
Yeah, I think there was one.
All right, we'll come back to that in a little bit. All right, let's move along. We heard a great story earlier from Mary Soriano. Let's go to Rebecca Ciastko. Right? Pronounce that right? Huh?
Pretty close. Ciastko, yeah.
I knew that. All right, Rebecca, we're talking about, here you are. You're a real estate agent and you're a principal in your own architectural firm.
Yes.
How did you end up with that combination? It's unique.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit unique, and it's been pretty helpful in my career. So actually, I went to architecture school and happened to graduate when the real estate market was doing terrible. 2008, 2009, when everything tanked. That was, releasing an architect into the world. So unfortunately, jobs were pretty scarce. So I realized that building was still happening, and unfortunately, a lot of developers were taking the architect out of the equation. So I said, wait a minute, I have all these great skills as an architect. I need to put myself back into that equation, and I needed to retitle myself. So I actually went back to school and got a master's certificate in construction management, so I could still be boots on the ground and bring my skills with me. And working with all these developers in doing construction management, watching all these projects go up, I was like, wait a minute, there's only really one piece of the puzzle I'm missing here. And in case people don't know, architects don't build buildings, developers do that. So if you really want your ideas to be built, you kind of have to be a developer. So I'm working on working toward starting my own real estate development company, and real estate agent was the next step in all that.
And so how do they, in your typical day,
Yeah.
or your typical work week,
Yeah.
How do they flow hand in hand?
Very well, actually. I work with, I'm at Cantor Brokerage, so I work with McKenna Real Estate Group. Jason McKenna is the lead on that, and he brings a lot of investors in as well. And I am actually their architectural and construction consultant for them directly. So any investors coming in or anyone buying a property that might need some attention, I'm probably the first one on the ground, even maybe before the client sees it, to evaluate it.
All right, so you went this way because you saw a need in the marketplace with where the job market was.
Yeah.
But it's also something that must have appealed to you, I would assume.
Absolutely. So there's a huge value in design, and I don't think enough people recognize the actual value of design. Skipping over, the architect on the list of consultants that you bring in on a project I think is a big detriment to your project. So yeah, I saw a need that design is valuable to the developer or the investor because we can design a way to get more return on their investment, but it's really about the end user, who's going to live in that.
All right, Rebecca, what advice might you have for other agents out there watching right now who may be considering the pros and cons of expanding and wearing another hat?
It's difficult. I run two businesses, essentially, one of which is on a real estate team. So that's hugely helpful because I have a full team of people supporting me so that when I am spending time sort of running my other business, I would definitely recommend make sure you have a good support system with you and do something you love. If you're going to expand and you see an opportunity, make sure you love it, because if you don't love what you're doing, it will wear you out fast.
All right, seems to make sense. They say, some people say follow your passion, others say your passion becomes what you invest your energy into, and that's what I hear you saying. Yeah. Let's get to Jacquie Willhoite. Jacquie, real estate agent with eXp Realty, but you've got a very unique project you're working on. You're about to open a nightclub in downtown San Diego, California.
I know, I'm so excited.
How do you go from that to that?
So I actually have an engineering background and kind of got burnt out on that, and so started up a real estate. I wanted to own my own business, so I started up a real estate business, got my real estate license, and that just came pretty natural, but it's just I'm not passionate about it. I've always wanted my own bar, nightclub, or lounge, something of that sort, and this opportunity came up, and I jumped on it, and literally I'm so passionate about it. I'm not burnt out. I can work all day, every day.
When might we expect this to open?
So I was hoping New Year's Eve, but it looks like Valentine's Day.
Okay, and that'd be 2019.
Yeah.
And is there a name yet?
Top secret.
Ooh.
No, I know, right?
Top secret's actually a good name.
I didn't know how to take it.
You should know it.
Collide.
Right?
No, I haven't decided exactly.
I like top secret better than I haven't decided. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us what this nightclub will be like.
So
I heard sushi.
Yes, so I'm going to do a really nice ultra sushi lounge, very upscale. It's going to be exclusive, so a reservation is required, and then there will be a private lounge that's they're the one building, but it's like two separate spaces. So it will be an ultra lounge, very upscale, where you can go and sit in a nice booth and have bottle service sushi.
And we'll be, downtown San Diego in what's known as the Gas Lamp District, which is a popular area.
Yes.
All right, well, that's exciting. You have to keep us posted.
I will, for sure.
And maybe we'll do a remote broadcast.
Yes.
A remote broadcast from there.
Yeah, there you go.
I would love that.
Sounds like fun.
We're hearing from a lot of, three very successful, very creative entrepreneurial women. That's easy for me to say. We have another entrepreneurial person here, and that is John Ruff. He owns Ruff and Ready Moving Company in Southern California, Temecula, California. Good to see you, John.
Good to see you too.
But you have, as you said, you have trucks all over America. Yeah. Yet you're the sole owner. Mm-hmm. How'd you get into that business?
Well, in 2013, I I took my classes to get my real estate. I did allied schools. I was in Tennessee, and I was taking them in California to get my real estate license in California. And I came back, and I didn't have money to take the test. Back then it was the DRE, I think. Now it's the BRE.
No, it's back to the DRE.
Oh my gosh.
Recently.
And so I went and moved furniture for somebody to make money. And I'm like, man, these guys aren't doing it right. So I did that for a couple other companies and still not right. So I took my last check, $600, and I started.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Tennessee were you?
I was in Franklin.
Franklin. Okay. Outside of Nashville?
Yeah, right outside of Nashville. Nice suburb area.
Yeah, I hear Nashville's, I haven't been there, I heard it's great.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful out there.
So, John, I hear you say that you took your last check, $600, and you started a company that has trucks nationwide. 2013 was not that long ago.
No.
You've had some growth.
Oh, tremendous.
How?
How?
I mean, how did it occur?
Well, first of all, the passion to treat the guys good, my employees good. The reason I got upset was my check kept getting shorted. I've seen customers upset at their bill getting doubled or tripled, and it's a passion to do it right. And it grew so fast because my constant reinvestment into the company. And trust me, I'm a big guy. I was driving a Versa around for a while to make it happen,
Yeah.
And just constant reinvestment. I mean, now we own 12 trucks, 5 trailers, and we have 34 employees.
How do you get new business?
Well, I'm an independent van line, so that means I didn't contract with a company like Mayflower or Allied or any of those guys because I didn't like the way they structured their business. So
how do people find you?
Well, you name it. Yelp, network marketing, Home Advisor, pay-per-click ads on Google. I mean, my marketing budget's pretty intense.
We're down to less than 30 seconds before the break. How'd you pick the name Ruff and Ready?
Well, my last name's Ruff, and my guys are ready.
All right. We're ready for a break, maybe a rough one. We're back after this.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
All right, welcome back to Finest Women in Real Estate. I'm your host, Rick Amato. In this segment, we'll meet the host of upcoming episodes of Finest Women in Real Estate, and we have a special announcement. All right, let's meet the upcoming host. In studio with me is Stephen Matley. Stephen, good to see you.
Good to see you, Rick.
You are president, when you're not on television, you are president of Coast to Coast Equities, Inc.
That's correct.
What is that?
Coast to Coast Equities is myself and 2 partners. We do land acquisition, entitlement processing. We sell to home builders. So it's the early end of land development.
All right. Now, you're going to be hosting an upcoming episode of Finest Women in Real Estate. Give our viewers across America an idea of what they can expect to see.
Well, on this episode, we're going to be discussing home inspections, appraisals, what you need to do to prepare for an appraisal, how solar can affect negatively or positively that appraisal, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the issues that can derail a real estate transaction.
All right, sounds like it's going to be very informative and helpful. Also in studio is Lyndell Werling. Lyndell is a personal stylist, and when she's not doing that, she's an NFL analyst.
Indeed.
And when you're not doing that, you are hosting episodes of Finest Women in Real Estate. Upcoming episode with you as a host. What can our viewers expect to see?
We talk a lot about what it's like to be a woman in business and what you can do to really position yourself for success. Balance of health, mind, body, appearance, success tips, and keeping everything together with the competing priorities that people have.
That sounds great. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Now, one of the upcoming episodes will be hosted by life coach Jeff Kroom. He was supposed to join us this evening. He's unable to make it. But Jeff, as you might imagine, is a life coach. He'll be talking about how to follow your passion and then create business opportunities and extra value service to your real estate clients. So that's also upcoming in the next episode of Finest Women in Real Estate. Now, I mentioned we have a special announcement. Joining us in studio is Bryan Fox. Look at that smile. All right, Bryan Fox, first of all, he's a real estate agent with Pacific Sotheby's in Newport Beach, California. It's not far from our studios. However, he is the first individual cast in a new show launching called Real Men of Real Estate.
Yep.
You're a real man, apparently.
Apparently.
All right, tell us about it. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you, appreciate it. So the main focus we're going to talk about is there's a lot of ambiguity coming out in what's going on economically around us. The world of real estate it's kind of fickle, it's hard to understand, and there's a lot of advice out there. So what we're going to focus on is some real easy to understand, digestible information on what's to come, what to expect, and how to take advantage of it. And
is it Real Men in Real Estate? Will it be focused on men only, or what?
I believe the show is going to be men only. I know there's a lot of, there's another show with women's perspective, so I think they're going to get both sides of the spectrum.
Finest Women in Real Estate, I heard.
Finest Women in Real Estate, that's right. So I believe they're putting a cast together, the Finest Men in Real Estate, which is going to focus on the men's perspective as well as the women's perspective that you have on the other show. Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's our show. I want to thank Stephen Matley. We're looking forward to seeing your upcoming the upcoming episode you'll be hosting. Lyndell Werling, checking out your show coming up. And the first individual cast in Real Men in Real Estate, Bryan Fox. All right, I'm Rick Amato. I want to thank you for joining us. Have a good night, everybody.